Phil writes in and says, what do publishers gain from scheduling when people are allowed to talk about their game? I understand if they think a game is bad and would want to hide something, but if a game is good, wouldn't they want people talking about it as much as possible? He's talking about embargoes here, Colin.
That's a very complex question.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's what Phil does. That's what he brings to the table.
No.
I think a great example is South Park right now. The fact that that game was delayed, nobody played it forever, we didn't know anything about it, and then we finally got to play an hour of it, we loved it, and now the review goes up and we love it overall, but it's embargoed till 12/01, day of release.
Yeah, it's tough. I think we've trained our readers somewhat to be skeptical of day and date embargoes, right? Because it seems like there's something to hide. That's not always the case. With South Park, it's certainly not the case.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the case.
Yeah,
sure.
I would say
Like
even
Blood
often
Drive.
it's the case.
Yeah, like that highly anticipated car combat game, Blood Drive.
But I think that, from what I've been told, I've had a lot of conversations about embargoes with various people, from PR, from fellow journalists and whatnot. It's really to create a level playing field for everybody, for all the outlets, that they have enough time, they don't feel like they have to rush, that they get time to marinate and get everything up. What not having embargoes like when we're at E3 is like actually super fucking stressful, and like you have to go now write and do all these things, but maybe it would just be better thought out if you had like 2 days to do it or whatever. So embargoes, I think, exist to control the message, but also to, make sure there's some evenness across the field.
Sure. I think a big part of it is also marketing, though, right? Like, if we would have reviewed South Park a week ago, that's great. You see it's a great game. You go to buy it, and it's not out yet, and so you bail and you don't do it. Whereas now you see a great review for South Park, you go, holy crap, I need to get that. It's on Steam. It's on digital. It's at the store. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want to get it at that moment, right? That's a big part of it, is controlling the message in terms of accessibility and owning that day, right? You figure they're trying to get it, I'm sure, trending on Twitter and doing all this other stuff. So there's a marketing slant to it for sure, as far as getting people.
It is complicated.
It is. It's a really complicated.
Like Lion said.
Like Lion said.
I love you guys.